Hello my loves, this is Mystique and I welcome you to my digital sacred space. I hope you're happy, healthy and healing wherever you're watching from. Today we are looking at why your future spouse is going to be attracted to you, and I prepared 3 piles in front of me. So we have pile number 1 with the word quiet. And if you don't resonate with these words, or you find that you are not quiet or fearless or divine feminine, it's okay. I was called to use these personality square-shaped cards that I actually cut out myself and prepared myself for the reading called Personality Traits of Your Future Spouse that I did. And so I actually used those here. I was called to use them. I don't know if these are the traits that you will resonate with or your future spouse has them. We will look at it together in your reading, but just allow yourself to be drawn to a word. Just allow yourself to be drawn to a pile. There will be one of these that will pull your eyes in, so that's going to be your pile. You don't have to resonate with the words. Okay, so I just wanted to say that in case you feel like, oh, I'm not fearless, so this is not my pile. No, that's not the case. Okay, so we have pile number 1 with the word quiet, pile number 2 with fearless, and pile number 3 with divine feminine. I've inserted the close-up clips in case you guys want to have a look up close to make your pile selection, see which one pulls you in the most, and that will be your reading for today. And as always, I'm going to start with my prayer. You guys can go and skip ahead to your reading if you want to, but I prefer to do this prayer every time before I start any of my readings. If you are part of my soul family, then you must already know this ritual. So thank you for staying with me. And if you are new here, thank you. I welcome you. Hopefully this reading gives you some clarity. I hope this is a fun and exciting experience. And also, I just want to say that some traits might come up that you might not resonate with, or you feel like you are not resonating with the reading because your future spouse could think that you're very confident, but you don't feel confident and you don't feel like you have high self-esteem. So in that case, there's 2 possibilities. One is that in the future you will be confident, right? Which is why your future spouse is going to be attracted to that trait. Or it could be that you might not know that you're confident. It's like your future spouse could think you're beautiful or handsome, but you don't think of yourself that way, right? So because this reading is going to be focused on why they are attracted towards you, so please keep in mind that we are tapping into their perception of you, future perception of who you are. So everything might not resonate, but just because you don't think you're fearless doesn't mean that you're not, So yeah, I just wanted to say that before we begin. But I do feel like you guys will connect a lot to the energies of today's reading, because I feel such a serene vibe. I'm excited, obviously, but I also feel a serene vibe. So maybe there's like half of you that's very calm, very Pisces and watery kind of energy, and then there's the other half of you, very fire energy, Aries, Leo, because I can feel it like, oh my god, she posted this she posted this reading, she did this topic. So I'm happy to see that you're excited or you're looking forward to the reading. I am too. I have to say that. Yeah. So firstly, I want to thank all of you for being here with me, whether you're new or whether you've been part of my soul family for a while now. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm sending you so much love. I'm so happy that Spirit led you to this reading, that Spirit led you to this channel, to this sacred space, and to me. I consider it an honor when any of you click on my reading, and I'm so happy that you would come here and spend your time with me, spend your time watching this reading. So I hope that this reading is useful for you. I hope that at least it's fun to listen to, and my intention is the energies of this prayer stay with you for longer. And I would also like to call upon your future spouse's energies, your future spouse's higher self, your spirit guides, any higher consciousnesses that have objective perspective on pile number 1, 2, and 3, anything they need to know at this time. I would like to call upon angels, ancestors, light beings of pile number 1, 2, and 3 with love and gratitude. I open my energies to receive divine information, guidance, clarity. I ask for me to be connected to pile number 1, 2, and 3 as I move and shift through their reading. I ask for pile number 1, 2, and 3 to be connected to the energy of their future spouses, the future spouse's higher self, as they listen to this reading. My intention is for this reading to be a calming, an uplifting, a cheerful experience that stays with them. I ask for this reading to be protected from any negative impressions, from any negative entities, from any negative or harmful energies. I ask for this reading and my pile number 1, 2, and 3 to be protected from any malicious intentions that people around them might have. I ask for any blockages that are between them and their future spouse to be cleared. I ask for them to become a match to their future spouses in the 3D so that their union can manifest as they have wished for. I ask for this reading to be a loving, a gentle guidance, a gentle nudge in the direction of their future spouse. I ask for this reading to provide some solace if there is anybody who has been in despair or feeling hopeless or have lost their faith recently. I thank all of you, divine beings, to stay with me as I offer this prayer, as I move through the readings of group number 1, 2, and 3. I ask for this reading to be accurate, clear, and concise. I thank you for allowing and letting beautiful souls like pile number 1, 2, and 3 stumble across my channel, stumble across my energy and my sacred space. It's an honor for me to do their reading. And as always, I love you and I cherish you from the bottom of my heart, and I thank you for being here. And with that said, let's begin your reading. I'll see you at your pile 1, 2, and 3. Bye. Hello and welcome, my dear loves. If you chose pile number 1, you chose this beautiful word called quiet. Now, I feel like some of you are not quiet, you guys are the opposite, but you were drawn to this pile. Some of you could be introverted, could be quiet. I'm sensing that there's like a divide in the group, like half of you are quiet and then the other half is like the opposite energy. So I'm really excited to see what comes out for you and why your future spouse is attracted to you. So let's start with painting. I'm seeing the I first saw the color indigo, which is this one. I have a huge blob of it because this is one of my favorite watercolors. This is from Winsor and Newton. And then they showed me the word indigo, and I saw it in the font of one of the BTS members' album. I think it's called Indigo, and the BTS member is RM, whose real name is Kim Namjoon, and he recently released his solo album. I think it was this year, and it's called Indigo. So maybe, I don't know, if you guys have not heard that album, you guys might want to go and check that album out. Again, I'm not saying this because I am a fan. I was called to the word specifically and to that album specifically. I feel like there is a message for you there, but only you will realize it when you listen to those specific songs that are on that album. So you guys might want to go and check the album out. And I'm being drawn to one of the songs called Closer, and the chorus line in that, I think it's Mahalia that sings it. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. If you're an army, I'm so sorry. But I think the lines of the chorus go something like, I get a feeling sometimes that I can't get close enough to you. I feel it most in the night time, even though that's when I'm closest to you. If I could be under your skin, we'd be closer than we had ever been. And that's how, I am speaking it out, but she sings it in such a beautiful way with her melodious voice. So I feel like you guys might like that. I feel like your future spouse is very much like this song in a way. He's saying, he is describing that close is not close enough for him. And I'm being taken to another song which is by Nick Jonas called Close, and he says the same thing in the line, close is not close enough, because space is just a word for people that are afraid to get close, something along the lines of that. And I feel like your future spouse is going to want to so close to you. It's like they want to just become one with you, and no matter how close you are to them, whether it's physically, emotionally, they always want to explore you deeper and get to know you deeper so that they can love you deeper and your connection can ascend higher. So I was being specifically taken, it's that kind of love that feels very high vibrational, like they will consistently try to get close to you. And this reading is about why they are attracted to you, but I'm not even being taken to any specific traits right now. Of course I'll ask them, but they were like, shh, album, shh, song, shh, lyrics. So I feel like they're very quiet. They could be quiet. Maybe this is not you who's quiet, maybe it's them. But even if they are not quiet externally, or there's somebody who speaks a lot, I feel like you might not hear I love you from them a lot, some of you, but you'll know in their attempts to get close to you, to know you, because real intimacy and real relationship is not about verbal I love yous and sweet words. Of course they are a part of it and they're great, but if you don't mean it, if there is no emotion behind those words, if there is no truth behind those words, those three words are meaningless. So I'm getting that your future spouse is going to be the kind of person that, first of all, they are very attracted to you, and no matter how close you are to them, they will never ever ever have enough of you. It's like I'm seeing sand slip away from between the fingers, and no matter how much you try to kind of hold the sand in your hand, it always slips. Like if I take this water and kind of hold it in my hand, it's going to slip through the spaces between my fingers. So I feel like that's how they feel with you. They don't want to let you go. They really don't want to let you go. They will never want to let you go. And they feel like they want to get closer to you every single day and every single second you spend together, because it will never be enough. I feel like there could be like a fear where they're really afraid of losing you. There is a fear where they're really afraid of losing you, and they don't want me to tap too much into it because I feel like they're kind of embarrassed about it. It's okay. It's okay. There's no judgment here. It's okay. Let's not judge your future spouse, okay? But I feel like they really don't want to lose you. They're really scared of losing you. Let's start with putting the colors down. I was so taken like inside the emotion that I forgot that I was supposed to actually pick up the colors and paint. It's like for a minute I was inside that need to be close to you. Your future spouse is somebody who craves intimacy. Like your future spouse could be somebody who is a Scorpio. Scorpio placements. They have been through a lot. I feel like in their past relationships, they were dating people that were not capable of the level of intimacy. So it was almost like they were grasping for them with their hands and trying to, get that connection, trying to get a hold of them, trying to get them to be close to them. But it wasn't working because, I don't know, this just looks like a hand to me. That's what Spirit is showing me. Of course, you might, disagree or think of it differently. That's okay. But Spirit is showing me a hand in the painting. So I feel like they were trying to grasp this love with their hands and they just couldn't. They just couldn't because those people were not capable of loving your future spouse. I feel like a lot of them might have just been with your future spouse because they were getting something out of that and they didn't have good intentions. That's what I'm sensing. Let's see. What else do we see in the water? Their love is going to feel like the way this paint spreads across the paper. You saw how it spread across the paper, right? It wasn't too fast, but it wasn't too slow, and it spread evenly. Like it was spread over the area where the paper was drenched. And I feel like they've just now realized or recently realized that they need to be with people that are capable of reciprocating that love. And of course I feel like that's going to be you, but it's going to take a while before they meet you. They have something to learn that they need to learn before they meet you, before they come into the union in the 3D. Yeah, there is something, but their love is going to feel like that, like a slow, how if you've gone to the ocean and there's nobody, like you go to the beach and there's nobody and it's so peaceful and the water is the correct temperature, right? It's not too cold, it's not too warm, it's like it's the correct temperature that you like, and you just stand there in the water. That's how the love feels. That's how this feels to me. So calm but so passionate at the same time. There is so much love and so much passion. I feel like words are failing me. Your future spouse could be the kind of person that might write you poems instead of saying I love you. They might write you poems on little notes. They might leave little papers full of their poetry, full of like things that they think about, and they'll, if you have like a certain book that you read, they'll leave it in there and you'll find it, and you didn't know that it was there. And I feel like they'll leave like breadcrumbs for you to find, and they'll be like, will pile number one be able to find my notes? Will pile number one be able to find the lyrics, the hidden meaning? It's like they hide their love inside books. They'll hide their love inside the sky, inside the flower, and they're waiting for you to discover it. They're waiting for you to see whether you're capable of this deep bond, because I feel like in the past a lot of people might have run away from your future spouse because they were scared of the intensity, and I feel like they couldn't handle your future spouse, honestly. And It's like they're seeing if you are capable of the same level of intimacy and depth. And I'm not getting any malicious energy. It's not like, they're trying to test you or something. It's not evil like that. But I'm just getting that they're being careful because they've gotten hurt by the fact that they weren't loved, and they don't want to do that anymore. Lots of songs in your readings, pile number 1. Now you see this part right here. I'm seeing like these eyes here with like a ghost body. You know how like ghosts, what was that movie? I don't remember the name of it, but I'm being taken to the song called Ghost by Halsey. So lots of songs coming out for you, pile number 1. Your future spouse could be a musician, could be somebody who is into the music industry, a producer, could be of different ethnicity, could be a ghostwriter. Maybe they write lyrics like behind the scenes. Maybe they don't like fame and they don't want to be in the industry and like be famous, so they chose to kind of work behind the scenes, something to do with music. If they are not taking up music as a profession, maybe they're in another creative field, like art or watercolor, something to do with furniture. It's different for all of you, but it could be music. It could be, because this energy is very much like a Pisces Scorpio kind of energy. Yeah. Your future spouse feels like, this reading we asked why your future spouse is attracted to you, right? So we're actually looking for reasons, like, is there a specific trait? Is there like something about your physicality that they like? I kept the reading open, right? Like whatever wanted to come through. And your future spouse is giving me the energy of like, there is no reason I love pile number 1, because all reasons will perish eventually. You're not going to be that beautiful, I'm not going to be that handsome, and we're not going to be the same people either, because we change with time and people change with time and human beings age, and it's up to you whether you want to age like fine wine. So I feel like your future spouse's motive, I want to say, motive is not the right word, but your future spouse's, I think, intention is to grow with you instead of growing apart. Because some people, when they go through a change, they grow apart, and couples will drift away with time. But they want to take the time to know you every day, because they know that life changes people. Grief changes people, sadness changes people, happiness does. And there will be certain experiences that are irrevocable, and they are not sitting there thinking that, I don't want this to happen. They are sitting there and kind of looking at this in a very mature way, and they are like, I know that this is life. And there's almost like, it breaks their heart to admit it a little bit, because I feel like I'm on the verge of tears right now. But they know that this is life, and they know that life can be hard sometimes, but they just want to do the hard parts of life together with you, and they don't want to be apart from you. They don't want to be away from you. Whatever you guys do, they want to do it together, with you, not away. It's like they cannot stand the space that exists between you both. If there was a way that they could collapse the time-space reality, and that was, like the space that was away, this between you guys, they would totally try to break it in some way. Like they would make this space disintegrate in some way. I'm listening to that lyric by Halsey. Again, this song is called Ashley, and I think, and if only the time and space between us wasn't lonely, I'd disintegrate into 1,000 pieces. If I'm making a mistake, but if I decide to, I don't know, I don't remember the rest of it, but I was taken to that lyric. Your future spouse is romantic is not even the word. Your future spouse is beyond romantic. Beyond romantic. Pile number one, I don't know who you are, but being loved by your future spouse is one of the greatest privileges and honor anybody could have. And I'm not saying this like as if like I'm demeaning you. I'm not. But your future spouse is somebody who has really good energy. They approach relationships in a very mature way. And this is going to be one of the things that you love them for. We didn't even get into your cards. There was just so much that came through. I do have my deck ready for you guys, but I don't know. I just feel like, should I pull cards from this spirit? Do you want to? Okay, I'm getting this card. Only 3. I thought there would be more, but that's okay. Oh, we have the Devil reversed. 3 of Cups upright and 10 of Swords reversed. Oh my god. Pile number 1. These 3 cards fell out. Okay. These 3 exact cards fell out before. I prepare the tarot decks. I shuffle them like just to remove any past energies. And these 3 cards fell out, and these are the exact cards. If you notice this in my readings, if you watch my readings, I always, whenever I'm taking the cards, I place them like this. So if I was putting your cards back, I'll place them like this. So there is no way that I would pick the same cards again. But look at how so much mad synchronicity for you, pile number 1. I feel like spirit is like personally watching over your future spouse, because your future, like, spirit knows just how beautiful your future spouse's heart is, and they are doing their best to protect it. Anyway, there was a lot that came through, but I want to know if there is anything about pile number 1 that you are attracted to. They're saying that all reasons will fade, and they know that unconditional love is probably impossible to find, because there will always be some conditions attached, as long as we are a physical human, because every physical human will have needs. But they want to get as close to unconditional love as they can, and they want to love you as unconditionally as they can, and they want to be loved by you as unconditionally as they can allow. There can never be a reason good enough to be attracted to you. There is no reason good enough to love you. You exist and you are my love. End of story. That's what they just said to me. You have this main card, quiet, but your future spouse speaks so clearly in my mind space. They speak so clearly, and through me, I'm not getting any energetic hiccups. I'm not getting any blocks from their side. The energy is so transparent and so clear and so easy to be in, even though some of the emotions that they could feel are painful sometimes, like this devil and 10 of Swords coming out. But there's a serenity to them. There's a peace and a quiet to them that I feel like you might be attracted to. Pile number 1, let me know if you would be interested in watching a reading where we look at why you would be attracted to your future spouse. Just think that maybe it would be nice for your future spouse's higher selves to know why you would be attracted to them. But anyway, it would be a fun reading to do. With the Devil and 10 of Swords coming out reversed, I feel like they have gone through a lot of karmic romantic relationships in their past life, or in the formative years of their life before they've met you, and they are healing out of it. And I feel like when you meet them, you guys will be celebrating something with the 3 of Cups. Something is happening that is good, like a miracle or a blessing coming. And I feel like that's when you're going to meet. And I feel like you see how there are these beautiful women. Now, these women look like Apsaras to me, or Mohinis, Now these women, apsaras or mohinis, are considered to be one of the most beautiful feminine beings that lived in India, and they dressed somewhat similar to this. They were considered very divine. It was like their whole existence was like a poetry. So I'm feeling that your whole existence is very intoxicating to them. Like, I'm not getting anything specific like your eyes or this, like, your hair. Like, it's nothing specific. It's like the whole of you, all of you, 10, like 1 to 10, everything, all of you. They are also going to be very sexually attracted to you, but I can't get into the 18 plus side of things here on this channel. YouTube sends me an email every time I even mention a word, so I have to be really careful. But if you want to get an 18 plus reading, then you can buy either a limited edition reading, which are also above 18, meant for above 18 audiences, or you can book a personal reading with me. But I'm getting that there's going to be like a celebration here, and there's 3. The 3 seems to be an important number. 3 something. Like 3 friends, 3 groups, 3 people, 3 ideas, 3 songs, something 3, something is 3, but I'm not being shown exactly because I feel like it's different for each one of you. That's what I'm getting. With the 10 of Swords, I feel like they are still healing from these past wounds that were inflicted on them by their previous karmic partners. They are going to come out of it though, eventually. They'll come out of the darkness. And they are going to master this Scorpio energy. I feel like the density might overwhelm them. Scorpio energies can feel very dense because, they're going through a lot of lower vibrational energies in a short amount of time. So it can feel very dense. It can feel like you're drowning. But I feel like your future spouse is going to come out of, to the surface and be able to conquer whatever these energies are. They are not going to get the best of your future spouse. Lastly, I'm hearing something that Johnny Depp said about Angelina Jolie when they filmed The Tourist, and I think he was asked in an interview about Angelina. I don't remember the question, but he said she's like a walking poem, and that's why your future spouse is attracted to you, because you're like a walking poem. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're a man watching this or a woman watching this, or whatever gender you are. I don't base these readings on gender. This is very much energy based. So you are, no matter what your gender, you are a walking poem to your future spouse. You're going to be immensely beautiful, more beautiful than you think in your future spouse's eyes. Wow, I'd like to do a reading where we look at you from your future spouse's eyes, because I'm suddenly being taken to how they see you, but I see you looking at them, and it's like there is a mismatch there. You don't see yourself the way they see you, and they see you and they're so full of love, and it's like you are not, like there's some kind of like a gap right here in the middle, and it's like you don't know that they love you. Actually, no, that's not what is. You don't know that the depth of their love, just how deep their love is. I feel like you're going to slowly venture in to the ocean. If their love is an ocean, you're slowly like dipping your foot, you're at the shore and you're like, should I go, should I not go, looks very deep, I don't want to drown, but then you take the plunge. I feel, and you find that the love is actually saves your life in some way. It saves you in some way, like a baptism almost. Like the love, the water of both of your love has purified both of you in some way. That's what I'm feeling. Let me know if you guys would like a reading like looking at you through your future spouse's eyes. That will be the title. But oh my gosh, pile number 1, this is one of the best future spouse readings I've done so far. I'm so happy that you came here. I don't know who you are, but I love you so much. Love your energy, love your future spouse's energy. You guys are always welcome here. This is what your painting looks like. It's not fully dry yet, but let me just focus and show you. This part just looks so beautiful. Look how it's spread so beautifully like that. I hope you like the painting, my dear pile number 1. But I'm seeing like clouds and the edge of the ocean right here. The sky, the clouds, maybe it means something to you, pile number 1. Yeah. But with that said, I'll be taking your leave. I take the time to thank you, to thank the deer painting for giving me so many messages, the sacred water, the sacred watercolors. Thank you for helping me divine for pile number 1, the cards, and the personality trait card, which I made by my own hands. Thank you. Oh, I felt somebody wonder like this about this card. If you guys have already watched the reading called Your Future Spouse's Personality Traits, then you don't have to go watch it. But if you're new here, I actually made these personality trait cards for each of the piles that I did. I always handmade, and I always create like handmade envelope boxes and all of the elements, and then I prepare like 3 groups and 3 envelopes. So this is from there, in case I just felt like somebody was thinking and wondering about that, so it's from there. You don't have to watch that reading if you don't feel called to any of the groups, but if you want to, that's where this is from. Okay, so pile number 1, I love you so much. Hopefully I'll see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. If you want to book a personal reading with me, I will link my email in the description. It's mystiquetarot28@gmail.com. And yeah, I really hope I see you in my next reading. But yeah, bye. Hello and welcome, my dear loves. If you chose this word called fearless or the second group, then this will be your reading, and let's look at why your future spouse is going to be attracted to you. The very first thing I'm hearing is that they are highly attracted to you. Highly attracted to you. I feel like it's like they're attracted to your energy, and they're going to be more attracted to you than you think. But I'm getting that there is a part of them that's already attracted to you. And I feel like for most of you, you guys have not met in the 3D yet, but it's like they're still obsessed with your energy even before you've met in the 3D. It's like they know, oh yeah, I'm going to be obsessed with pile number 2. I'm going to be highly attracted to pile number 2. It's like they're not even trying to kind of like fight it off or whatever, you know, because they just know. They'll think that you're somebody who's highly sought after. Pile number 2. They like that, if you are a woman watching this, they like that a lot of men want you, but only they can have you. And this is not in a toxic way, but but it's like they watch a lot of men be drawn to you. If you are the divine feminine energy, they watch a lot of divine masculine energies around you, and then they kind of step in and they're like, oh, pile number 2 isn't single. Okay. And they're not rude, okay? They're not rude. They're not trying to like push the other person away or fight with the other person or whatever, you know. They're not like that. They're so quiet, and they're so almost cocky about it. They're like, oh, pile number 2 isn't single, they're dating me. That's the kind of vibe I'm picking up. And they just smile to this other person who might try to hit on you. And I'm just seeing like that scene. The spirit is showing me that scene. So, yeah. Hmm. It's like they know you might be physically attractive. You might be very physically attractive, pile number two. So they're very attracted to your body, of course, and they know how the opposite gender responds to you. And they're kind of watching that, and it's like a fun thing for them to do. It's like, I know what you're trying to do, but pile number two is dating me. We're in a relationship. We're together. Like that's the kind of vibe I'm picking up here. I'm seeing that you guys are two peas in a pod. I'm shown this specific word or name. I think it's 𝑟hysand. I don't know if it's pronounced as Rysand. Is that the correct pronunciation? Rysand? I don't know. But I think he's a character in I forgot the name of the series, but somebody mentioned it to me recently. But Spirit is saying that this, if you are watching this for a man, this man is very much like Rysand. So you might want to go and watch that series if you have not, to get a better understanding of your future spouse's personality, if that's what you would like. But let's get into your cards and see why they are going to be attracted to you. Why? Oh, lots of cards. Lots of cards for you. We have. Okay. So we have the Hermit. Then we have the Page of Cups. Pile number two, are you Virgo? If you are a Virgo, I feel like your future spouse really likes the introspective, highly analytical side to you. You don't have to be. If you're not a Virgo, if you don't identify with Virgo energy, I feel that your future spouse likes how you are looking on the brighter side, and it's like you take step by step to get towards your goals. It's like you might slow down, but you never give up. You might slow down in your journey if you're tired, if you're jet lagged. I just heard jet lagged. Maybe some of you are jet lagged. But you'd never give up. It's like you're always moving. You're always moving. You're always moving towards what you want. They love your creativity. If you are an artist or in some kind of creative profession, you don't have to be like an artist or a painter or something like that, but I just feel like if you are into doing something creative, or even if it's like a hobby, you might know how to play the piano beautifully, but you're not like a professional pianist. I see that your future spouse is going to be very attracted to that. They love that you have this. They're obsessed with this creative talent or ability that you have. Don't worry if you feel like you don't have any creative talents. You'll develop some by the time you meet your future spouse. Oh wow, we have the High Priestess and the Six of Cups. Look at your cards, pile number two. So positive. The High Priestess, if you are the Divine Feminine watching this, if you are a woman watching this, wow, this is such a good energy to come out. We didn't get the Empress, we didn't get the Queens so far. Maybe they're here, we don't know. But I'm getting from the High Priestess is that they are very drawn to how you will pull spiritual information out of like the fabric of the universe, how you will pull down this secretive threads of knowledge and information and wisdom, and you tell your future spouse, we need to do this at this time, and of course it makes no sense to your future spouse, because they're on the logical side. So, but they trust your intuition and they're like, no, but pile number 2 said that the last time and I didn't do it, and exactly what she said happened, so I need to listen. You don't have to be a woman. You could be somebody who's very intuitive. If you don't identify, or if you don't have a lot of divine feminine energy, if you are a man watching this, I feel like you could be who's somebody highly intuitive. Like, you'll be able to pick up on your future spouse's moods, or when they might get their period, or like you'll be able to sense the hormonal shifts, like throughout a month. You'll be able to sense the changes that take place through because of the fluctuations in the hormones. I'm being taken to progesterone and estrogen in the female body, and there's actually like a cell called corpus luteum that is responsible for secreting progesterone, and towards the beginning of the menstrual cycle, when the egg is going to be shed from the ovary, the corpus luteum almost shrinks and almost dies, which is why it can hurt sometimes. But because it shrinks and almost dies, there is no progesterone. Like, the progesterone level goes down. And I feel like, I don't know how, but if you are a man, or if you're divine masculine, you'll be able to sense those kinds of micro changes in your future spouse's body. But once again, I'm not limiting the reading to the gender. I'm just saying what I'm picking up. I've always said this in my readings. My readings are not about a specific gender. They are about energies, divine feminine and the divine masculine energy. So that's what I picked up. That was such a specific thing that came out, with the corpus luteum thing. Like, I did not know that would be there. We have the 5 of Cups here. We have the 10 of Swords reversed, 5 of Cups reversed, 9 of Swords reversed. Beautiful. You guys, it's like, I'm seeing like, you guys are very connected to each other, but it's not like you guys are glued to each other. It's like you guys are threads that make up a fabric, right? So a fabric is made up of many threads that are interwoven, right? If you ever see, like, just take any fabric that you have, like a bed sheet or whatever, and you like hold it up close, and you'll see that there's like crisscross thing happening of numerous threads, thousands, millions, and that's how is formed. Sorry, pile number 2, your video got cut off there. So you guys are close like that, and your future spouse is extending a cup of friendship almost towards you. And there is a deep friendship that I sense. Like, you guys are going to be the best of friends. You guys, I'm sensing like a deep friendship. This card is giving me very much like a deep friendship kind of a vibe, where the bond is so deep. It is soul deep, because it is based on friendship. It's not based on attraction so much. I'm so glad that that's coming out, because at first I thought, am I doing like a shallow topic, because this one is called why your future spouse is attracted to you. So I'm glad that this is coming up, that your future spouse is coming here to say that they're not just attracted to you, to just because you're beautiful or something, or you're physically attractive or whatever. They are interested in forming this friendship with you, and I feel like they are going to take things slow with you. Maybe you guys are new to my channel, because I feel like I'm sensing a bit of a new energy here. Some of you, not all of you. I'm sensing that you're like a goddess. You're as beautiful as a goddess in your future spouse's eyes, but they're going to be very attracted to your mind, to your creativity, to there's something that's like very fertile about you to your future spouse. Your future spouse might want to get you pregnant, but I'm not getting into the 18 plus side of things here, but just putting that out there. With the 9 of Swords and 10 of Swords coming out side by side, I feel like you're going to heal a lot of self-limiting beliefs. If you don't think you're beautiful right now, if you don't think you're confident or fearless right now, you will be when you meet your future spouse, or your future spouse is going to help you go through these wounds. It's like your future spouse is going to help you shed off an old skin that's not meant for you anymore. Like, you're not supposed to wear your old personality, your old clothes, your old ways of thinking. You're not supposed to keep them or wear them. They are like old belongings that you are now allowed and should get rid of, because I'm seeing like the process of ecdysis, which is the snake shedding the outer layer of the skin. And I feel like you need to shed that outer layer of your skin, meaning your personality or your limiting beliefs. There's some kind of a core belief, some kind of thought pattern that is self-sabotaging or toxic towards you, and you're going to release that. Your future spouse is going to help you release that. They're going to make you see why they are attracted to you and how they are attracted to you and what exactly it is they are attracted to you. It's like, it's not enough for them in this reading to just give me like a description and be like, oh, I'm attracted to, you know, your eyes or this and that. Like, they're not giving me that. They're like, I'm going to make them see this about themselves. I'm going to make them see that they're attractive if they don't. That's the vibe I'm picking up from your future spouse. With the 5 of Cups here, if you've had any like bad romantic experiences in your past life or in your, oh my gosh, wait, is that a hand in the water? Oh my gosh, that's so scary. Was there somebody who tried to like contain you or hold on to you in a toxic way with this, like, this hand looks so scary to me. And it's like you're crying over here and you want to leave because this person is toxic and this person is just not letting you go. For some of you, I'm seeing that this could be a family and they don't want you to step into your power because they want to keep abusing you. For some of you, this could be like a toxic group of friends, like a toxic family member, something shadowy, something like somebody who's in the shadows, and you know the truth, you know they're hurting you. And if you are thinking, or if you have been wondering like, oh, is this person hurting me, and you have been confused lately, yes, there's a high possibility that yes, this person is toxic towards you, and there's nothing wrong with you, pile number 2. If you have been feeling like this person is making you feel guilty about something, you know, this person is making you feel like you did something wrong, and there's something wrong with you. So, and I'm being called to say there's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with this person instead. And Spirit wants you to see the truth. So that's why this card is coming out for you, pile number 2. It's like, see the truth and step so far away from this water, this toxic water that they are trying to drown you in. Step away. Leave because you're meant to be in a castle. I'm hearing the song by Halsey called Castle. Lots of Halsey songs today. I wonder what's up with that. But she says in the chorus, I'm headed straight for the castle. They want to make me their queen. And there's an old man sitting on the throne that's saying that I probably shouldn't be so mean. Oh my god. Pile number 2, do you think that you're a bad person for putting in a boundary, or for saying no, or for refusing to do something that you don't want to do? Pile number 2, let me just say that there's nothing wrong with you, okay? That's first. And secondly, if you don't want to do something, you're fully and completely allowed to say no. It doesn't make you a bad person, okay? It doesn't make you a bad person. So please remember that, pile number 2. We have the 5 of Cups here, and again the clip got cut off at 5 minutes. I don't know why that's happening, but anyway. With the 2 Cups here, I'm being taken to the 2 of Cups card because there's only 2 cups that are upright and all of these have spilled into the water. So I'm being taken to the card called Two of Cups. Your future spouse, you are the one for your future spouse. Like, there's no question about it. You are the one for your future spouse. The moon could be a significant celestial body for you both. Like, the lunar energy could have a significant role to play with your connection. Maybe the moon is watching over you, because we have lots of moons here as well. And I was going to say it, but I was already in the moon here as well, and I was going to like speak it out loud, but I was already saying one thing, and I can't like have both streams of thought come out of my mouth at the same time. So I didn't mention it at that time, but I'm being taken to the moon again because I didn't say it before. So maybe the new moon and full moon rituals of manifestation are something that will help you a lot, pile number 2, if you're trying to manifest your future spouse. Maybe at first you think that your future spouse is not your type in some way, or your future spouse might not look at you in a romantic way, or you're not looking at your future spouse in a romantic way right off the bat, because I am feeling that for most of you, it's going to start off with a beautiful friendship that turns deeper into love. You know how this analogy came out, I think, in the previous reading, I don't know, but I'm being taken there again. It's you know how, like, you say something to a person who's shy and they get red, but their cheeks will turn pink first, and there's like a slight shade of pink, and then it turns into like a rosy color, and then when they blush deeper, it turns into like a maroonish, reddish kind of a color. And I'm being taken, maybe you're shy, maybe your future spouse is shy. It's like one of you could be blushing like that, like to the point that it's visible, to the point that your skin gets red, because I'm also hearing the song Maroon by Taylor Swift, which is from her new album called Midnights, I think. I'll leave it in the description. Maybe you guys are from the same pile, because this is the same song that I heard for one of the groups in the previous reading. You guys are going to conquer everything together, pile number 2. You guys are going to conquer everything together. They love your uninhibited strength, and you have what it takes to heal any wound, get through any trauma, to decide who you want to be. You have what it takes, pile number 2. So please do not doubt yourself. I feel like the final thing your future spouse wants to say is that they really want you to stop doubting yourself. If you do, please don't doubt yourself, because you have so much potential. I feel like you're coming out as a high priestess. I mean, high priestess is like the goddess of goddesses, you know. She is one of the most intuitive. She's like that beautiful, beautiful divine feminine energy who's highly attuned and personally connected to the divine. So this is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. If you want to book a personal reading with me or any 18+ limited edition readings, let me know. You can email me at mystiquetarot@gmail.com. And I want to say thank you to you, pile number 2. Once again, I just want to emphasize on the full moon and new moon rituals of manifestation. Just go out on a full moon and just soak in the energy on a full moon. I feel like that is something that will be really beneficial for you. Something about that, like you soaking up the moon energy, full moon energy specifically, is going to allow your future spouse to manifest faster in the 3D. This is what your painting looks like. Quite abstract. This is it. And I'll see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one, my fearless pile number 2s. I thank the sacred painting. I offer my love and gratitude to all of the cards, the sacred watercolors and water that I used today, this personality card for coming out and giving me all of these messages. I thank your future spouse, your spirit guides, your future spouse's higher self for allowing me to channel these divine messages, and I will see you soon in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. Bye. Hello and welcome, my loves. If you chose pile number 3 and your pile is called Divine Feminine, this is your reading. So let's start with your painting first. I'm really curious about what's going to come out for you. So far, the readings were so beautiful and divine. Just open my curtains a little so that you guys can see clearly. So let's start with your painting. I see. Your future spouse is taking me to a very specific shade of pink. This one is called 𝓦𝓪𝓽𝓮 I think. It's almost over in my palette, so I need to put more of it here. Pile number 2, what your future spouse is most attracted to. You are like a seductive siren to your future spouse. If you the divine feminine watching this reading, you are very, very seductive. So they are highly attracted to that. Now, I don't want you to think that, your future spouse is shallow, but your future spouse's energy is almost coming in to be like, but pile number 3 is so attractive. I mean, it's hard to not mention that. I was, with this green here, I was taken to Poison Ivy. Is that a character from Batman? But it's one of the old movies. Now I forgot the name of the actress. I think it was Rachel. No, it wasn't. I don't know. But she's dressed in this green leaves, and her dress is made up of literally like fake leaves, but she looks like she is if a plant turned into a human, that's what she looks like. But if it was sexy, then I know that I'm not describing it correctly, but you guys have to go and watch that movie. I'll try to find the name of it and try to link it in the description, but I think she's called Poison Ivy in Batman. I don't know if she has a negative role because I don't remember what happened in those movies anymore. I was very young when I watched them, and I'm just getting that there's something that's so attractive about you that it's almost intoxicating to your future spouse. Like, your future spouse cannot get enough of your scent, of your allure, of your energy, of your heart. There's some kind of purity. Let's see your cards, pile number 2. So we have the Hanged Man reversed. We have the Four of Coins. We have the Chariot reversed. We have the High Priestess and the Four of Swords. Now the High Priestess came out for pile number, we have the Knight of Cups, for pile number 2 as well. So you guys might have been called to watch that pile. If you were drawn to it, you guys should definitely watch it. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. If you are not drawn to it, obviously don't watch it. With the Divine Feminine and the High Priestess coming out here, if you are the woman watching this, I feel like you're somebody who is highly connected to the divine yourself. I feel like you might have the ability to listen to your spirit guides without needing to watch a tarot reading. I feel like you watch tarot readings just for fun. Like, you don't need tarot readings, like you don't live by tarot readings, and you know, you're somebody who is capable of downloading divine information yourself. So you're not overly dependent on tarot readings. You're somebody who is highly spiritual, and you will ask your questions to spirit directly and ask them to give you answers on what you need to do in a certain situation, or how to handle this particular circumstance, how to navigate it. And I feel like spirit always answers your prayer. Like, your spirit guides are always answering your prayer. And one of the biggest reasons for that is because you're highly in your feminine energy. Now, you don't have to be a woman to be in your feminine energy, but when I say you are in your feminine energy, I mean that you're very open and receptive to blessings and miracles that are coming towards you. So it becomes easier for spirit and for universe to kind of just give you what you want, and to just hand over like a lot of the blessings. Sometimes what can happen is that they want to give blessings to someone, but that someone might not be open to receiving those blessings. So the blessings don't actually come into their life, or they might try, you know, unintentionally, unknowingly throw those blessings away without knowing that it was a gift from the universe itself. So I'm getting that for you, pile number 3. With the Hangman reverse, I feel like you're somebody who is very much in control of your life, and this is something that your future spouse is attracted to. It's like you have that perfect balance between leaving things up to the universe when needed, and also taking control of things, you know, being action oriented, taking steps, taking concrete, giant steps into the physical world, and, you know, going towards your dream step by step. So you're capable of doing both. Also, you see her hands are forming a triangle. A triangle is one of the most, I think it is the one and only, I don't know, but I think it's one of the most stable geometrical shape. The quadrilateral, the hexagon, the circle, the square aren't as stable as the triangle. The triangle is considered to be one of the most, like, you build something on top of a triangle, it stays stable, it stays like that for a long time. And if you know, the shapes of the pyramids that are in Egypt are also like a vertical triangle, right? So I'm seeing that you're somebody who's like a very stable, mysterious person, and you're also highly spiritual. Like, your future spouse looks at you and wonders, like, how is pile number 3 like this? How is pile number 3 getting all this information? I feel like your future spouse might not have their own brush with the divine just yet. Of course, they are being watched over by both of your spirit guides, but they might not have tapped into their spiritual abilities or their spiritual side just yet. So you have that perfect balance of surrendering to the universe while also being in control and being in charge of your destiny and of your life. You are a conscious creator of your life. That's what I believe, and that's something that your future spouse will be attracted to. Another thing I'm getting is that with the 4 of coins here and the 4, oh my gosh, you have 2 4-4s. So your future spouse is going to be very attracted to how you don't want to let them go. You don't give up on people that you love. You stand by them. You stand by the people that you love no matter what. Like if you treat them like family. Your friends that are close to you are family. You give them so much love. It's like you're the mom friend of the group, no matter what your gender is, you're always trying to take care of people. You're nurturing people. And with the 4-4 coming out, now 44 could be an important number, or 44 could be an angel number. Maybe it's a birth date. Maybe I'm being taken to Aries, because Aries people have their birthdays in March and April, which is the 4th month, April of the year. I don't know why I was taken to that randomly, but 4-4 could be important. Maybe some of you will resonate with that, even though it's not making sense to me right now. With the 4 and 4 coming out, I feel like you have gone through a lot of, either you or your future spouse have gone through a lot of people and relationships in your life where you were not loved or you were not protected. You were under attack. It's like the person was not caring for you as you cared for them, and then you realized, wait a second, I deserve to be cared for the way I care about other people. And that is when you're meeting your future. I don't know, I won't say that's when you're meeting your future spouse, but that is when you're definitely becoming an energetic match to your future spouse in the 3D. And then suddenly the chariot reversed here, right, which indicates blockages. Suddenly the path clears and the energy changes. So now it's like the chariot upright energy, where you guys can meet, you guys can come into a union. You can ask for your future spouse to come into the 3D, like for the union to manifest in the 3D specifically. With the Knight of Cups, I feel like your future spouse is going to be very, very romantic and attracted. They will court you in a traditional gentleman way. They will be very chivalrous. They have a lot of manners. If you are attracted to women, the woman is somebody who's very poised, very sophisticated. She has a very classy way of dressing, very old money style, but I'm seeing like long dresses, knee-length dresses, where, the curves of the body are, she's not trying to display them, but, you can see that she's highly attractive because she's going to have a great body. If this is a man that you are asking for and your future spouse is a man, then this man is going to be very much like Nick Jonas. He came out in one of the readings before, I forgot, but you know how he's married to Priyanka Chopra, right, who literally has a whole entourage. She has so many bodyguards and so many people to open doors and do everything for her, but Nick still opens the door for her. Like when she gets out of the car, you can just watch any of videos, he will always open the door if he's in the same car with her. And I just feel like that's the energy of your future spouse. Like they're somebody who's very romantic and they're going to be very chivalrous, and they have like a lot of manners. Where there's this certain like very knight, like a knight in shining armor. That's the kind of energy. But in private, I'm picking up like a lot of like spicy 18+ kind of energy, which I can't get into. It's like they flip. It's like they're the opposite in the bedroom. But I can't get into it on YouTube. Yeah, I'm feeling that with this eagle here, there's somebody who's very strong. There's a certain vitality to them, and I feel like there's a certain vitality to you as well. There's a certain strength to you as well, and they are very attracted to that kind of strength that you have. But it's not the kind of strength that is very common, like when I say, oh, this person is really strong. It doesn't just mean, I'm not actually talking about the physical prowess or masking your emotions, which is what maybe some people think strength is. That's not what strength is. True strength is the ability to be vulnerable, the ability to love, the ability to give. And your future spouse sees that. It's like you're coming out as a high priestess and they are coming out as like this eagle energy with the Knight of Cups mix of that energy. And this eagle energy, I feel like Obviously, have you guys seen vultures and eagles? They are so big in size. Like a human is only a little, like this much in front of them. They are so big, like falcons in the sky. I'm picking up a lot of birds. Again, the bird is here. Again, there's a huge bird. So birds may be a spirit guide. If you have been listening to a lot of like bird sounds outside your window or somewhere recently, this could be your spirit guides trying to communicate with you. This could be your future spouse's higher self trying to communicate with you. I don't know what they're trying to say to you. I feel like they don't want to tell me, they'll only tell you. So listen to birds if you have any around you. If there's like a sparrow or a particular bird that comes to sit in your window and you never paid attention to it, I feel like you didn't. And it's okay, it's okay. But this reading is just calling you to focus and to focus on the animals around you at this time. The animal energies have something to communicate. Like your spirit guides are, it's almost, I'm getting this feeling of like there's some light being that's disguising themselves as some kind of an animal, and they're going to come to you. And you're only going to know what they're saying. You're the only person who's going to know. Because I'm not picking up anything in specific. Let me get some more cards for you. Why is pile number 3's future spouse going to be attracted to them, please? Okay, so we have 4 more cards. Wow, you have the 6 of Cups. Pile number 3. This came out for pile number 2 as well. Now I feel like, oh my gosh, you might be really connected to pile number 2. If you were drawn to pile number 2, please do check it out, because I don't think this is a coincidence. Again, we have the Moon. Then we have the Empress. Oh my god. We got the Empress. I just said that we didn't receive the Empress and she comes out. She comes out. And we have the 5 of Coins reversed. If you are a woman watching this, oh my god, we have the Empress and the High Priestess. I mean, do you even want me to get into these cards? Like, these are like peak divine feminine female energy. And the fact that I picked this, I didn't pick these personality trait cards myself. I have so many. And so I had these many lying around. Okay, I just like went to the side to grab them. I have these many lying around. Like these are the number of the personality trait little card sets that I made for the previous reading that I did for you, which was called Personality Traits of Your Future Spouse. So there were actually lots of them, and I needed only 3 for today. So I intuitively picked out divine feminine, fearless and quiet. And I was confused as to why those would come out. I thought like something like light would come out, but it didn't. And these are the ones that came out. So the fact that your pile is called divine feminine, and the fact that you got that personality trait card in particular, with the Empress, with the High Priestess, with the Moon, oh my god, this is such a beautiful feminine energy. If you are a divine masculine watching this, this will be the energy of your future spouse. If you are watching this and you are into women, she's very much like an Empress. She's very much like a High Priestess. She's going to bring in a lot of abundance. Like she's going to be very lucky for you. Yes, your future spouse is also attracted to a certain mysterious element to you. They're going to be very attracted to your dark side. I don't know what they specifically mean by that, like your shadow side. The shadow is not something to be scared of. The shadow side is simply things that you have repressed, things that you have hidden away in a world because the society doesn't want to accept it. So if sexuality was repressed, then it would become a shadow, right? It becomes like a shadow trait. So that's how it is. And I'm getting that they want to see what's under the surface. Like, they can see the reflection, and of course the reflection is beautiful, but there's almost, I'm getting this energy from your future spouse, like, I know that the reflection is not everything. I know what you're showing me is not everything. I know there's more to you. There's more like witchcraft, occult like energy to you. And it's like they want to get in deeper. They know it's dangerous, but they almost can't help themselves. It's like, I feel like you might be manifesting your future spouse, and you're going to successfully do so because the Empress and the High Priestess come out together. I mean, you're definitely manifesting your future spouse, and they are going to come in, and they might not know why they're so attracted to you. They're also going to be highly protective of you. If you don't come from a financially abundant background, your future spouse will make sure that they are providing for you, that they'll make sure that you're well taken care of, like you have clothes on your back, like you have to eat, because they want you to be in your feminine energy, and that's how they like you. They don't know this. I feel like they're doing this unconsciously. They just love you for who you are, and they just want you to relax. They just want you to feel good about yourself. So they might pay for like a spa day, or they'll pay for your manicure or something, a little bit of a they want to spoil you. I feel like giving gifts and spoiling you physically is one of their love languages, could be one of their love languages. You shine like the moon, pile number 3. My divine feminines of pile number 3, you shine like the moon, and this is something that they are going to be highly attracted to. But it's not just your looks or your face or your body or your mystery. It's your soul. It's the light and the radiance of your soul that will pull your future spouse in the 3D. Energetically, I feel like you guys are already connected. I see your higher selves already in communication with each other. With these two right here, 6 of Cups, it's like you're already friends in the spiritual realm. Like your higher selves are friends in the spiritual realm. And then they're just kind of watching over you guys, and they're like, oh yeah, we're waiting, like parents watching over kids, oh yeah, we're waiting for you to realize, and this that this person is the one, and we're waiting for your energies to align so you guys can actually meet and this union can come to fruition. With the Empress here, you could come from a religious background, or you come from a background where you value your country's culture a lot, and you could be traditional. I feel like you are the kind of person that doesn't sleep around, that doesn't have relationships or situationships. And I feel like this is something that your future spouse will respect. If you don't resonate with that message, it's fine. It's not like they'll disrespect you just because you've dated a lot of people. But I'm just getting that for those of you that chose to kind of remain single, I don't know why, but this card right here is suddenly giving me very Mother Mary kind of energy, and she was known to be pure energy. Yeah, so they're going to be very attracted to the purity of your soul, the fact that you are devoid of any malicious energy, any negative energy, any bad karma. So you don't have that, you lack that. And I feel like that's something that your future spouse is going to be very attracted to. That is why they'll eventually come to realize that is the reason why you shine so bright in their eyes, and you have this powerful magnetic aura to you that pulls manifestations, right? Whether it's abundance, whether it's your future spouse, like you pull it to you, and you're not in a chasing energy anymore. You're waiting there, knowing that you deserve the best, and knowing that it's going to come to you because the universe has to deliver what you want. And that's the vibe I'm picking up from you. It's like you're magical. You're going to be magical. If you don't feel like you are right now, you are, first of all, but you're going to be literally magical. Like you're going to be a magic magnet, abundance magnet, whatever you want to manifestation magnet. That's who you are, pile number 3. You're going to successfully manifest the life that you want to create, you want to have. Maybe you want to have like a beautiful garden or something, or you love going to the garden. Maybe going to the garden and receiving flowers and wearing flowers in your hair is something that you would like, something that would enhance your beauty. I just felt called to say that. Spirit called me to say that. So yeah, in the beginning of your reading, I did say that your energy is very much like, the poison ivy character from Batman, and then suddenly here we are, like they're into the purity. Your it's like if your future spouse is like digging, inside you, they're finding different layers to you upon excavation, and they just want to go deeper and deeper and deeper inside you and see what's under all of that, and just fall in love with your soul and be like, I'm yours, surrender to the beautiful feminine goddess like energy. I feel like if this is a man, you're a woman and this is a man, this man, your future spouse, he knows the power of feminine energy. And like, if you see, divine masculines will surrender to the power of the divine feminine energy. They do this because they can see that the divine feminine brings in so much love, and it's not just like intellect and all of those things, money and all of those things have their place and they're important. Divine masculine energy is important, but divine feminine energy is the creation of life itself. Like, she is the reason life exists. So the divine masculine will ultimately gather a lot of respect for their wife, for their mother, for their daughter, and it's like a sweet nectar. They'll allow themselves to be loved, by the divine feminine, and it's like a perfect harmonious mixing of energies and balancing of energies. So that's what I'm picking up for both of you. Pile number 3, very highly spiritual union, beautiful union. Don't get put off just because I gave you like the poison ivy analogy. Maybe you guys, some of you don't like her. I don't know, but you're definitely seductive as hell. I hope you like this reading, pile number 3. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by emailing me on Mystique Tarot 28@gmail.com. I'll leave it in the description so you guys can easily access it. If you want to purchase any 18 plus limited edition readings, some of them are available, so you can reach out to me for those as well. I want to thank you, pile number 3. Your energy is so beautiful. Like, I wish these 2 cards like come out for me if I have a future spouse because this is just such a beautiful spread. And this is what your painting looks like. This is what your painting looks like. You guys can take a screenshot if you like. I just felt like some of you wanted to do that, so here it is. And I take a deep breath in and welcome you, love you, sending you my light, sending my love to all of the cards, the sacred painting, the sacred water, and the watercolors that I used today. I want to thank you, your future spouse's higher self, your spirit guides, angels, ancestors, any light beings that came through that helped me convey all of the messages and information that needed to be heard by pile number 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to take your leave now, pile number 3. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much, and I'm so grateful that you watched this one and you were here with me throughout this one. Bye.